Alright, check this out, yo. Free fish tank. Gonna get this inside. There we go, folks. A free Fluval Flex, if you can get your tongue around that. Been dying to have a play with one of these, and thanks to my homies Carol and David, I'm gonna get a shot. So cheers, guys, holla for that. I'm not going to go through the specs and whatnot. There's a gazillion videos on YouTube that can tell you that if you need to know. But I will show you how I'm going to set it up as a shrimp tank and tell you a couple of things I like. First of which being, since I carried it from the car, there's no weight to this thing at all. Easy to manoeuvre and move about. Before you put your water and hardscaping, of course. And the next thing, obviously, is the design. Look at the profile on that. Love the way that bows from top to bottom. Gives you an awesome viewing perspective and doesn't distort your fish or shrimp, as in this case. But we know that's what the Flex is. Let's get inside. Right, so if we lift our lid off. So we've got our compartments here, right? This one here is obviously for our media. Oh, careful. And then we've got our pump that goes in that one. With your directional spray bars. That will just screw in there, nice and tight. Then this last compartment here, I'm thinking, could be for more media, but it's a shrimp tank. I'm not going to need too much. So we're going to put the heater in there. I'm not sure if that's what you're meant to do, but that's what we're going to do. The only thing with this being a shrimp tank is as your water gets drawn in here, your shrimp could end up in there too, and they'll probably survive, they'll probably be fine. But we're not going to see them very much because that's obviously we panel that doesn't let you see behind and hide your equipment. So what we're going to do is stick some filter media in there, some filter sponge that will prevent them getting sucked on through. As luck would have it, we got some filter sponge from a previous project that we can use. You know, you want to drop that. And all we'll do is line it up with the corner. Cut around it roughly to the shape. Doesn't have to be perfect. A bit bigger than what we need is best, but not big enough. So you can see I could just jam that in there. Good job we had the black. Blue could have shown up a wee bit right enough. Stick it in place. Hey presto. We're going to do the same. Oh. We're going to do the same with the bottom one. 2 intakes from the top and bottom. That'll give you good circulation. I'll just do exactly the same. Cut it ever so slightly bigger. Jam the sponge in the wee vent. Might need to shave a bit off of that, in fact, tiny wee bit. There we are. Stick that in place down there. Easy peasy. Easy peasy when you got 2 hands. There we go. Job done. Once we've screwed our outputs in, place, we can think about adding our gravel. Now, with shrimp, you generally want an established aquarium because they are, well, these shrimp are primarily biofilm grazers, but I've got quite a lot of hardscape and stuff that I'm going to put in the tank from there, from the tank they're in just now, so I believe I'm going to be fine. I might regret it, but I don't think I will. I think I'll be good. Flatten that out a wee bit. There we go, I only took one bag of that. And we're on our way. Right, before we move this into position, this is going to go under the big 6-foot tank. What we can do while we've got the opportunity is place our heater and check the setting. Now I think shrimp like this tend to work best between 22 to 24, so I'm going to set it 24 for now. And I can place the heater clips, the cradle. What I can do is hold the back of the glass, because obviously I'm going to be pushing against it, just to get that in place. And pop the heater into it while we've got the space to work with. Except for these suction cups are garbage. Give it one more attempt. If it doesn't work, I'll find some more. There we go, done. Replace that. Do you know what? I might need to trim that just a little bit. That keeps pushing off, doesn't it? Just give that a quick trim, like I say. That's better. That's a lot more solid. Brilliant. Then we've already got our foam mat in place. That makes sure there's no grit or wee pieces of debris that's going to scratch the bottom of your tank and maybe even cause a pressure crack. And then we can move our tank in. There we go. We bring it to the front of the mat so it hides it. Perfect. I've borrowed this wee night crew light here that I had laying about, so we can get a bit of light but keep the top open, because what we're going to do now is think about starting to place some of our hardscape and think about where we're going to want it. Doesn't have to be your final decision, whatever you go for here, but it's just to get a wee idea on what we think. Kind of liking that already, if I'm honest with you. But we can have a wee play with it, see what it looks like in different angles and see what we think until we're happy. If you have any plants that require planting, this is the time to do it, but I'm not going to use anything like that. Start adding the water because I've got some Java fern, most of which is attached to rocks and things, so I can just drop in and place wherever I'm going to want them. Like so. And you can see we're kind of taking shape now. Starting to look a wee bit like a shrimp tank, isn't it? A few other bits we've got handy. Some of this cholla wood. It's great for any shrimp tank. Oh, hold on, I nearly forgot. Hold on. If you've not seen my video on these yet, these moss and rhizome shelf ledges, I think they're called actually, go and check it out. These are awesome for shrimp tanks. I've got a couple I've started already. I can find them in my bucket here. There we go, look. So I probably should have started placing these at this point as well. And because I've got this tank now, I'm going to start doing a few, like if you can see, maybe going up and around the back. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Or some kind of design anyway. I need to get some more moss out one of the other tanks, put some on there. Should be a couple more somewhere, there we go. One up the back there maybe, like that. Maybe not looking their best, that one's doing alright. And they just add another cool dimension to a shrimp tank. Absolutely awesome. Like I say, I've got a video on them that you can check out, how to put them together and where to get them. So go and have a look. Right, let's let that fill up for a wee bit now. There's my other bit of cholla wood. There we go. Right, we've got some skeletons of Indian almond leaves that I'm going to drop in there as well. This is what they look like before they degrade in the tank. They are so good for shrimp tanks. I've got a video on why that is as well if you want to check that out. But, you know, don't take my word for it. If you put anything in your tank, research it first and don't take one person's word. Look at a few people's information before you decide. However, I'm going to be adding one of them. And because this is the water directly from the tank that the shrimp are in, I'm going to start catching some shrimp and adding them. There we are, look, it's our Marno shrimp and blue velvets that I'm trying to catch. That's me been at it ages, and some of them are so small you can only see them when they move. But when they grow big, some of them are going to be on their way to David and Carol to say thanks for the tank. I might just about catch them by then, so I'm going to get back at it. Here we go, here's the first lot going in. Like I say, the water I'm adding is straight out of their tank anyway, so I've no need to acclimate them or anything like that. Just let them explore their new home. There you go, guys. Happy new house. Right, fill this up and then get the equipment on. Alright, I've been playing with it for a couple of hours now and I've got to say I love it. Really, really do. I think it's a great tank. Filtration works really, really well. That saying, now I've had a couple of hours to play with it, I do think it might be just that wee bit too strong for a long fin better. Not sure that it's suitable for them after all, which you would have assumed it was. But I'll say the filtration works excellent. I like the way you can point the nozzles kind of any direction that you want. I'm in two minds about the feeding hole. I mean, for a fish tank, it's probably a good idea because bugs and midges and that can get in there, which they'll eat. For a shrimp tank, I don't know. Maybe just dust. and depending on your water level and your viewing angle, you can see the light reflected in the top of the water. I do think they could have given you something to pop in there to cover it, but other than those 2 points, I think it's an amazing tank. I had a wee play with the lighting options, but like I said, there's loads of videos you can check out if you want to see that. I'm not going to go into that side of things. I think we've made a cool shrimp tank here. Shrimp seem happy anyway. And with that, I mean, it's nearly 2 AM there. I caught as many as I could find. I think I got them all, and now they are in. I better go. Later.